Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. Today we're going to take a look at another one of these custom EZAs. So we did one on the AGL Blue Gogeta. So obviously we'll have to do one on Dragon Ball Super BROLY here. Now, Blue Gogeta is ideally suited, I think, to be like a mega top tier unit leader for the Fusion team as well as Movie Heroes, his two teams. Now, BROLY, however, the Movie Boss team, it's just, there's a little bit of oddities to it because of how Dokkan has treated BROLY, right? There is nothing that would imply BROLY should not, this is a bit, Movie Bosses category, but there's nothing that shouldn't imply that all these BROLYs, like, they should have big bad bosses, which would really help the Movie Bosses team out quite a bit. Because you're running these characters like Bojack, Cooler, Turles, all of whom, you know, Janemba, all of whom, you know, have big bad bosses, right? And then you also have, you know, like Bojack is a space traveling warrior support type unit, Turles is a terrifying conqueror support type unit. It's just BROLY himself does not mix the greatest with this sort of like batch of movie bosses. I guess sort of like the top tiers that we currently have, right? Again, BROLY not having big bad bosses and instead having shitty links like Berserker, it's just a huge L for BROLY units in general, and there's just no reason. Like Rose Goku Black has big bad bosses. They really just shaft the BROLY units. You know, Dragon Ball Super BROLY, you know, he's not really like a villain, right? Like he just sort of the antagonist of the movie. But Dragon Ball Z BROLY, yeah, he should have big bad bosses, man. So the whole point of that is I don't think this guy's going to be the greatest lead for the Movie Boss team, even when he gets his EZA. Full power, though, that'll definitely be good for sure. Especially because this BROLY does have both Prepare for Battle and Shocking Speed. Really good for the leader of a team like Full Power. That's going to be really quite good. So remember that this BROLY's built around his AoE. Again, trying to sort of find like a good, I don't know, I guess sort of like middle ground between this guy being comparable to Blue Gogeta, but also being a lot better after his EZA. Now, we gave him greatly raised attack and defense for 1 turn to get to 50%. We also bumped him up to Immense. Remember, he is an AoE unit. His normal TUR does Supreme. He does not do Immense until he transforms, right? But we went ahead and did give him Immense even in his, you know, sort of like normal base form now. We gave him 6 ki and 166% attack and defense at the start of turn. What are these stats looking like? Very good. BROLYs are very good as well. Yeah, any like of these like Dokkan Fest TURs that are coming out like, you know, 2018 and beyond, a lot of them, their stats are going to be really quite impressive. And this BROLY is definitely no exception to that, right? So he gets the auto key, which is really good. Another 100% attack if there's 2 or more enemies. Maximizing that AoE ability of his, you know, I feel like that would be sort of smart. Would really help him dominate in Super Battle Road stages, right? Medium chance to crit, that again can really allow him to dominate as well. And then we did give him the damage reduction mechanic of LR Evolution Blue Vegeta. So it's like he starts out with 10% damage reduction, and then as he takes 3 hits, he gets up to 40% damage reduction, right? I think that this BROLY, maybe it seems a bit basic, but he should still be ultra powerful. And then turn 4 transforms into the full power BROLY. Here, again, we have the 50% attack and defense for 1 turn. We're going to keep that on him. We're giving him the outright 40% damage reduction there, along with the, you know, the extra key, 200% attack and defense. Then 2 additional supers, the high chance to crit. So this guy gets really nasty. I think Gogeta should be better defensively, but like this dude offensively is God. I mean, he's going to be doing 3 guaranteed supers. I'm very eager to see the level of damage that we're going to be seeing once that BROLY starts to kick it into gear. That's what I'm curious to see. You know, can we get a turn where he quadruple super attacks? And honestly, he definitely is too good. I feel like we probably did make him too good. We gave him that HP regen mechanic as well, which I feel like is something that works well with BROLY, but he probably doesn't need it. Yeah, 4.5 right there. Like, if you just compare that attack stat to a lot of other units, including, you know, the blue Gogeta counterpart we looked at, that's not really the craziest, but that is an AoE. And it's going to go even up more if we're going up against multiple enemies, right? So, you know, the base BROLY is looking pretty good. I did cheat a little bit and brought the big boy right here. Okay, so on this turn, at the very least, we'll be able to have everything activated for BROLY. We don't have Berserker active, but again, Berserker is, in my opinion, one of the worst links in the game. I just think it's so bad, so stupid. I just really hate what they did with this, where, you know, prior to its link level, it was 20% attack when HP is 50% or less. Rather than get rid of like an HP restriction or anything like that, they just made it even stronger when HP is under 50%. It's so limited, so niche. This is just a terrible link. The amount of times you're going to have this activated, it's going to be pretty rare. It's not going to be very often, right? So, all right, BROLY is about to go crazy. He's way too good. I'm looking at, dude, he's way too good. He has 40% damage reduction right here. And he's going to do at minimum 3 supers, probably 4, because of, you know, that hidden potential system having a chance to proc on every one of these attacks. I mean, BROLY, by the time it's all said and done, he's going to be past like 350k defense with the 40% damage reduction. Yeah. All right, yeah, he's pretty nasty. He probably shouldn't have that crit chance. There's yeah, the crit chance, the heal, 2 guaranteed additional supers. It's a lot. I mean, we're gonna see this boy put in for the STR UI Goku in this event is not gonna be able to stand up to this bro. Like, there's no way. Like, him getting 4 super attacks, his damage and everything, it's just gonna be so crazy. You just see how like when it comes to making EZAs for a lot of these units, like, it is, especially for these TURs, it is a very fine line you're walking, right? Because the TURs, not only are they getting the bump to SA 15, but they're also getting the massive stat increases as well, along with whatever extra abilities you give them, right? So you're just led with these like TURs who could just become the actual like demons. Like, it's just insane. Like, you compare like this BROLY, it's like, I don't know, he's probably not, he is probably too good, because I feel like he's probably comparable to the transformed Super Saiyan 3 Goku at this point. Honestly, I feel like he does resemble him quite a bit. Just in the way that, like, Super Saiyan 3 Goku's got a similar thing, where it's like, the turn starts and his defense is like, it's, you know, sucks. But it's like, after he does his 50 attacks, like, his defense is insane. BROLY, again, has got a similar sort of thing going on. But BROLY's also got this damage reduction at the start of turn and the guaranteed additional supers. I feel like this BROLY is definitely better than that Super Saiyan 3 Goku, because this BROLY's supers and stuff are guaranteed, right? Whereas Super Saiyan 3 Goku, you know, there are going to be turns where he supers once and then does, you know, 3 normal attacks after that. But like this BROLY, it's like the only time he's not triple supering is when the enemy is dead. The enemy is in hell. That's when he's, look at this. Like, it's impossible, man. It's impossible. We're not able to see this BROLY actually bring out his full power, man. I like additionals as a mechanic, but it does get really busted when these units start having like powerful super attack effects on it, right? When we give them these powerful super attack effects along with the additionals, that's where like this BROLY is really able to just put out so much damage. Okay, so who is gonna link better? They're linking exactly the same. Okay. All right, so what are we at right here? 167k. Again, he's got 40% damage reduction as well, on top of everything else he's doing. So this boy is just a fiend. Hey, man, listen. It's 2022. We don't need balance anymore. This game, it's not PvP. We don't have a PvP environment that we have to cultivate. Like, just let him go crazy, man. It's like the same. Plus, too, I did make this point, but I could see these EZAs being ridiculously uber mega busted as well. The AGL Blue Gogeta and this BROLY, because I think when they're going to get their EZAs is probably going to be some major celebration, and typically major celebrations is when Dokkan will try and sort of put its foot forward for like a new sort of like level of difficulty, right? So I would not be shocked if, you know, BROLY and Gogeta, when they do get their EZAs, they're not going to be quite this good, but they are going to be really, really nasty, I imagine, once their EZAs do actually come in. We might make this the last turn right here. I mean, this entire thing is just like relentless BROLY just eviscerating. It's like, what is Goku gonna do, man? Poor Goku is just sitting there like, dude, my event is 3 years old now. Can you go somewhere? This poor Goku, man. He's been beaten down so much. All right, Goku, here you go. Here's your, you know, triple 5 million attack stats at bare minimum coming in. Each one with a 50% chance to crit, brother. Let's see how you do. By the way, keep it. One thing you guys should keep in mind, right? Make sure to look at like the enemy's health. Like, look at the way it just like, it just plummets when the attack is a crit, right? Crits really just are so powerful. And that's one of those things that makes a lot of these sort of like newer age characters so good, is that a lot of them either have guaranteed crits or, you know, really high chances to crit or something like that. And it just leads to their damage just being so powerful. So there we go. There is what this EZA might look like. I think that this BROLY probably was more powerful offensively than that Gogeta, but Gogeta probably was better defensively. Although both are, I mean, Broly's got his damage reduction, Gogeta has his dodge. I mean, that does feel more so like the way they would go about it, right? Where, you know, one unit is sort of built like that. You know, again, think of Evolution Blue Vegeta and UI Goku, where they sort of did it in a similar fashion, right? They gave one dodge, and then one has damage reduction. Again, I would not be shocked if, you know, we could see sort of similar mechanics used either for a new BROLY and Gogeta in the future, or for these guys again. And by the way, full power BROLY has got like no units in the game. So what's funny is people will say, oh, we've already had this, we've had this, we've had this. This guy doesn't even have a unit besides this, right? So like this guy, more so than a lot of other things, deserves a major unit soon. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.